Does it mean that Lamar Jackson's won the job? Does it mean that Joe Flacco's just not healthy yet? Does it mean that when Joe Flacco's healthy, they didn't answer it? They don't want to answer it. They don't have to answer it right now, because you can still see what happens with Lamar Jackson if he continues to play well. You'll see when Joe Flacco is healthy, how good you feel about that. So right now, they're just riding this right now and sticking with Lamar Jackson until they have to make a decision, which could be coming because Joe Flacco is improving and starting to do a little bit more.
And they got lucky with the schedule, too, with Lamar Jackson.
Not a lot of
Raiders, the Bengals, the Falcons. Okay.
Man, why are we talking about NFL teams like they're not NFL teams?
I know.
Man? Like, I'm lucky.
We got two really good NFL teams coming up on Sunday Night Football with the Chargers and Steelers. LA fresh off a 45-10
They need that
win
man right there.
for the Cardinals. They do. Philip Rivers in the offense, top 10 in the league in yards and points. As for the Steelers, they're coming off a bummer in Denver. Ben Roethlisberger was picked off in the end zone late in the fourth quarter, snapping Pittsburgh's 6-game winning streak. Let's get out to Heinz Field as we welcome in former Steeler Willie Colon, who's in town to celebrate the 10th-year anniversary of that Super Bowl 43. So, Willie, you have no Melvin Gordon this week for the Chargers. So how does that change up Pittsburgh's plan here?
Well, you think you hit it right on the head. You're talking about a big-time running back dealing with an MCL sprain. Melvin Gordon averaging about 5.2 in a pop. He's been everything for this team. He's been a bell cow. Now, I had the opportunity when I was with the Jets. Anthony Lynn was my running backs coach, so I know his ground and style play. He likes to run the ball. He likes to set up the play action, and he does it all off the running back. But don't count out Austin Eckler. He's been huge. When Melvin Gordon's been out the lineup, he's been another big-time back for the Chargers. He's been averaging roughly around 5.2. So I expect the Chargers to come here and play some Steeler brand of football.
And Willie, guys just bounce off of Austin Eckler, too. It's amazing when you watch him play. But then you have Rivers and Roethlisberger, two great quarterbacks that can throw all over the field. What do you expect from them tomorrow night?
I expect a shootout, honestly. And the goal is, you talk about two old goats who are still playing at the height of their career. They lighten it up. You talk about what Ben brings to the table, and his ability to scramble and make and extend the plays. But Phil's been great. You talk about last week. He was 27 for 28, a little over 200 yards. He looks like he could easily be an MVP candidate. I think they're both playing at a high level. Expect both offenses to light it up. High-octane football, if you will.
That's right. I spent Thursday talking about Drew Brees playing the best football of his career before the game. And then you have Philip Rivers, who's sort of doing the same thing at his age right now. He's playing the best football of his career. But I'm going to switch it over to Big Ben, because this week he was a little critical of some of his teammates, but he said that's his job as a leader. So what do you think of Ben calling out his guys after that loss in Denver?
Well, this man's seen it all, done it all. You talk about he's seen a lot of generations of Steeler players walking in out that locker room. He's built a rapport with a lot of guys who are currently in that locker room, Marquise Pouncey, Antonio Brown. But let's be honest, the Steelers own the month of December, so they need to be clicking. I think people sometimes are upset that, Ben is more vocal in the media, and I think it's nonsense. He has earned that right. This is a guy who's been to multiple Super Bowls. He's been through the grind. He's played through injuries, and sometimes you can take it as a bad thing or you can use it as motivation. But I tell you what, the Steelers are playing their best football when Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger are on the same page. So hopefully they get this squared out before this thing kicks off Sunday night, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. I don't think anybody in the locker room is worried about it. They want to go out there and get this one after stubbing their toe out in Denver.
Yeah, the stuff about James Washington as a rookie, I wasn't surprised by that, but I was a little surprised about him talking about Antonio Brown out there. Willie Colon, thank you so much. Have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, it's a good time of year, though, too, for these guys. Most quarterback wins in December since 2006. And not surprisingly, look, we know Tom Brady is first because he's great in December. But then you have Philip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger. And, guys, if you haven't heard, it's December 1st. So just saying, you have 36 for Phil there and 34 for Big Ben. So it should be a great Sunday night football game. We do have some sad news here on Good Morning Football Weekend. The nation is in mourning after learning late last night that President George Herbert Walker Bush has passed away at the age of 94 at his home in Houston. The 41st president of the United States and father of President George W. Bush had been in declining health in recent years, but he was proud to be a part of that coin toss in Super Bowl 51.